Okay, welcome back to Cageboot, everybody. I think we're on to episode 10. Might be episode 10 or 11, somewhere in there. Either way, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial. A quick overview of where we are with the fortress, and then we're going to get into trying to get back down to that magma and get our magma forges going. All right, so we still have our bees out front. This used to be a barracks for my Marks Dwarves. I disbanded the Marks Dwarves. I might put them back at some point. We've got our entrance hall. We've got our dogs that keep us from invisible people coming in. We've got our bridge that we can close to safety up the fortress. If I close it, it sends all the enemies through my cages. I got my barracks down here. Got quite a few of them going because I've got all my civilians training just a little bit. Got my workshop level. Lots of workshops going. I'm a little bit behind on hauling jobs. As you can see, I use quantum stockpiles, and if I have a lot of stuff in the quantum stockpiles like this, it means the hauling jobs are just really far behind. On this level, I've got I built a tavern. I think it was last episode. Got a lot of rooms built. I think I actually have to designate these and add them to the tavern. I don't think those are added yet. We got some visitors here. We got our great hall and our hospital up here. We got our justice system cells over here. Here's our food production. Going down, we got all the places where our dwarves sleep. We're down to just 64 pop. It's been kind of a rough time. We're working on engraving and smoothing. We became a barony last time or the time before. So we've got our mayor, our captain of the guard, and we've got our first baron, actually baroness. Then coming down a couple more levels, we have our temples being set up. We have our mausoleum here, or our tomb or crypt, whatever you want to call it. I just know it's a lot of coffins. We're building much more room, making sure we kind of try to stay ahead of that. Going down even farther, we've breached the cavern. And we've set up and are starting to build a little area where we can farm wood up. So we've got, these young tower caps are going to grow into trees. Not really trees, large mushrooms, and then we cut them down for wood. What we're doing is we're working on building walls all through here, all the way up, and sealing this off. So it's going to take multiple levels to do that, and multiple different paths, and we're trying to close them all off. But once we get done, it'll totally seal that off. We won't have to worry about it. We also breached the cavern in a different place, kind of on accident, because we were just digging down to get to magma. So we took these stairs down, and we breached the caverns here. We've got some walls up. Oh, while I'm here, let me go ahead and, as soon as I do these ones, I believe that this will just close it back up, and we'll be good to go. So andesite blocks. So that should be, yeah. So those two walls there will close this back up. We won't have to worry about guys coming in here anymore. But we had a group of Crundles in here that were kind of pathing into my area. Got those guys killed off. But it'll be good when this is complete. We got down here and we hit some warm stone. So what I've done, where did it go? I've dug it out some area, and we're going to see if we can actually find some magma underneath here. If I do, then what I'm going to do is kind of turn this into a pit all the way down. I wanted to see, oh, that's actually not a good spot. What is a good spot? How about this spot? Hold on. No, that's not a good spot either, but maybe right here. No, a couple over right there. That might be a good spot. Let's see. Up through my fortress. Oh. But it might be okay. Come over a little bit more. Well, we're going to have to see where the lava is. But, about right here. Ooh, that might, no. I'm trying to find a single column that if I go through it, I can get through my entire base, or most of my base, without hitting anything. So right here might be okay. Let's see when we come much farther down. Ooh, no, and then I hit that. One more. Oh, that might be good. So hopefully this has magma. Ooh, still not a good spot. I'm trying to find a column. I don't want it to be right next to it because it'll create another issue, but if I can pick a spot that just goes right by stuff all the way through, then I can make a pit all the way down. Okay, so this will work. Alright, so let me just see about, yeah. Alright. So I'm going to designate it for digging all the way. Not all the way up to here. I think this level will be kind of the extent of where I want it. So I dug those all out. I've got it all designated just so I know where I want to put it. Now I'm hoping that my dwarves won't actually come over here and try to dig this out yet. But it just shows me where I'm hoping to put a column all the way. So I'll leave it there, and we'll see when I breach this where it actually goes to. So I'm gonna unpause the game and see if we get over here. Let's see how my frames per second are doing right now. The reason why I want to do this is I want to designate some dump pits, and I need a column all the way down to the magma from wherever I am. And if I could do that, then what's going to happen is I could start dumping all the items I don't care about, and they'll go over to whatever pit is near their level, and they'll throw their items down it, and it'll go into the magma and just incinerate. And that's going to be helpful for my frames per second because it will ensure every item you have on your map slows down your game. It's another item the game has to track. So limiting pathing, limited items, limiting how much you smooth or engrave at one time all helps. So I'm hitting around 30 to 40 frames per second when I'm sitting here on a map with not much going on. If I go start looking at actual dwarves moving around, and it's not just all kind of simulated in the background, that will drop a little bit. Kind of the more stuff you're watching on your screen, it'll slow down a little bit. But there's so many calculations that are going on behind that. You see here I'm at like 23 because I'm looking at stuff. It also could be slower just because things can be going on. But I'm going to continue making some walls on this level. This is where I'm trying to just completely wall this off. Alright, so I got to ramp up. This one is where I want. And I'm using blocks here instead of stone. The reason why is when you make a block, if you're coming new to the stream, if you make a block, it's one stone ore turns into I think 4 blocks, and they're also a lot lighter to carry. So this is just a lot more efficient. I can do this right here with building any structures. So take your stone, just have a command run in to just build a whole bunch of blocks. And I like to do something like, as long as I have less than 150 blocks or something like that, just keep making blocks. And that just really helps a lot. Oh, okay. With building all of these walls and that kind of stuff that you want to build. If you're not building a lot of walls, you don't have to worry about it as much. But if you think you're going to be doing a lot of building, it's best to use the blocks instead of the stone. Alright. And unfortunately, some of these constructions like this, where I'm building up these walls in kind of weird, tight areas, it just takes a while, unfortunately. You got to kind of do sometimes just one step at a time. Alright, so what do I got going on here? Alright, so I got walls there. I'm going to need to build a ramp right here on this level. this ramp up. We got that wall, so that's good. We're going to have to come up to this level, and that'll be the last one that I have to do. So I can just put a ramp right here, and I can finish that one off. Sometimes putting ramps is a little bit tricky because you need kind of a space next to the ramp to put it on. So I've got this ramp up to this wall, but I got another wall there, so I can put a ramp up here so I can get up to this level. So I need to build a lot of stuff in order to get up just to put a wall right there in that final spot. I'm also going to need one more right there, and I think I'm good to go. I'm just going to need to build with a ramp right there. So sometimes when you're coming up multiple levels, instead of just putting one wall here with a ramp on it, I had to put two walls because you sometimes have to stand next to it at the same level to put the ramp on. So that's just unfortunately what you have to do. It would be nice if they could just essentially toss a ramp on the square where they are, but I don't think that they can do that yet. But maybe someday we'll get that change. No, and this one's going to be even farther. Alright, so I'm going to need this to come well, I can build one more, and then I'm going to need to rebuild some stuff there. And I already took this one out, right? Yeah. And then finally up here, got the ramp there. Alright, so let's build one here. Oh, this is going to be trouble because I can't do this. Alright, we're going to come down like this, put another wall here. So the problem I was looking at is that this ramp can reach right here to this spot, and so I can put walls all the way to here, but then I don't have a way to build this wall. So I have to put this wall in, and I actually got to build the walls to here, and from in to here, and leave this as the last spot, and then from this spot, they can put that last wall in. Alright, I think that's good for now in this area. Let's go see if they dug out this. They channeled a hole. They did channel a hole. Okay, well, they had some warm stone right here, so I'm going to dig. Oh, we got warm stone everywhere except that one spot. That's weird. Warm stone. I wonder if it's warm stone because it's underneath that spot? No, because I dug that. If this was a warm stone. Alright, we're gonna channel right here as well. And see what happens. So normally if it's got a warm stone, it should mean that there's magma right next to it. So if there was magma right next to this, it would have been on this level. Oh yeah, it would have been one level down. Okay, so let me do this. I'll do that. Let me erase this. I don't know. Get rid of that. Alright. So we'll mine these out, and I think it's that the magma sea is right under it. Or this dwarf is going to hit this, and magma's going to pour in from the side right here, and I happen to pick the one spot where it's not. I find it unlikely. I'm guessing that there's just magma right under it, and it's the floor that's keeping them from hitting it. If I'm right, then after I dig this out, I'll do another little hole right here, and I should see the magma. We'll see. We'll put it right there. See how this goes. And once I explore, if there is magma right there, as soon as I penetrate this, then I should see a lot more of the map. Alright, what do we got fighting? Fighting some... The Baroness is fighting. Really? Who's fighting the Baroness? Horned Owl. Baroness was enraged, just knocking that owl around. That's funny. Alright. Unusual volcanic wall studded with gems. A whole bunch of them. Alright, so I was correct. There is magma right underneath here. A whole bunch of magma. So that wall studded with gems. Let's see if I can find that. I think it looks like it's over here. Semi-molten rock. No, where? Let me see if I can, there we go. Right there. Warm red diamond cluster. That looks nice. Pillar studded with gems. So this looks like it's pretty valuable. And it probably goes up pretty high. So I'll probably want to come over it from on top. And I'll go check that out. That looks pretty valuable. Dwarves like to get themselves in trouble by mining. I think I'll see if I can do that. Alright, so let's come up to where I had, this mine, and see if this goes to lava or magma. Oh, just misses the magma. Alright, let's see about something over here. How about right here? Does that go to magma? Nope, just misses it. Alright, come down to here. Right there. I think that goes to magma. Yes. Comes through that one. Looks like it's going to come through this level. So it's going to be a little bit farther away from my stuff than I want. But I think that is going to be okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do is actually dig a stairwell all the way down to right above the magma. Yeah, right there. And we're going to come all the way up with the stairwell, through that level, through this level, all the way up to, this is the highest level I need. Alright. And then we're going to mine over to that stairwell from, we don't want it there, so we're just going to have straight from here. And we're going to want this to be a little bit wider when we get to it. So we're going to do, it like that. And then we're going to erase this one, because we don't need that one anymore. Alright, so I'm going to do the stairwell first. And at the same time I'm doing the stairwell, I can actually do mining out. That way I can designate channeling on multiple levels at the same time, right? Yes, I think so. Well, we're going to want, actually, mine out a whole, do I want it like that? No, I think we're just going to mine out the one place next to it, all the way down. And then we're going to just channel all those. Yep, alright. We'll do it like that. We'll see if that works out well. I think it will. And then we can actually finally make some dump zones and start getting rid of some stuff. Alright, the other thing we want to do is kind of connect this on multiple levels. So we'll bring this a little bit over. Bring that over. Any level that I want to be connected, which might be a few of them. Probably going to want on the level where, this is coming, we're going to want this level. We're gonna be building some magma forges way down here, but that'll be fine right where we are. And this level, yeah, we want this level. We'll come over here with it. And this level, we already got that level, and that should be good. Okay. What do we got for a petition? Entertaining. Yeah. Sounds great. Entertain. Alright, I believe I need to turn these into bedrooms. Yes, I do. So we're going to multi it up. Make bedrooms out of these. Come on. There we go. Done. And then we're going to select every single one of these and add them to, what was this? I think the butter. Yeah, because it's got that little cup symbol, which I believe is the correct symbol. Alright. And this will just give more places for a tavern. A good tavern will attract people to come visit. And if they have rooms to stay, then they're good to go. Eradicating monsters. Yeah, sure, we'll take some more eradicating monsters. So I can actually take a look at this and see that, you know, I've got this really bad dance floor. I gotta see if I could figure out how to make that better. But I got my goblets. I got some stored instruments. We'll add some more instruments in there. Sure, why not? And then we got 16 rooms. None of them are rented out yet. Alright, I'm hoping that if I clear out these rocks, it'll give a bigger dance room area down here. But we'll see. Imposed a ban on certain exports. That's fine. Oh, I think I remembered to bring my training down a little bit, but I'm going to take a look and double check. So if I come here and go to schedule, I bring these up. Yeah, it's train for 1, off for 3. Alright, so we're good to go. That's what I want. Eradicating monsters, sure. Sounds good. Oh, I'm also going to check real quick just to make sure we're recording. We are recording, okay. I thought I had remembered that, but I didn't want to just be talking to myself for no reason. Oh, gotta start it up again. Alright, so we've got this dug down pretty far now, right? Alright, we're gonna wait. Well, we could start doing it now, I suppose, and see if it works, if my plan is gonna work. So what I want to do is tell it to channel, and I'm hoping that this will channel multiple levels. Let's see. It looks like it. And I hope that they can channel kind of from the stairwell. Usually what I do with this is I kind of make a room around it. But the problem is some of these levels it's not going to work out very well. I mean, this one I actually can just fine. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, we got another petition. What do you want now? Entertaining. Yes. I'll entertain some more visitors. This level I can do a pit around it just fine as well, so we'll do that. This level, yep, we can do a pit around this one. We'll do that. There we go. We're connected here. We could do a pit around this one. There we go. They dug pretty far. I like it. Alright, so they stopped there, but that's okay. Because we will come back up and go like that and say, no, we really do want that one. And then we will also... Alright, it looks like they make that channel just fine. Excellent. The only thing is I'm getting all this stacked stone. So if I care, I don't really care. I could stop channeling once I get to the bottom and wait for them to pick up all those stones, but I probably won't bother with that. We'll see. Entertaining visitors, yes, sure. I need a lot of happiness. I had a lot of angry people. Last episode or the episode before, I actually ditched a whole lot of them. Alright, so we can start assigning some zones onto this. So we're going to do a pit pond and just go like this and do accept and call it a top of a pit. Yep, it's the top of a pit. I don't know which one it means. That's weird that I just selected back and forth. I'm going to pretend that if it's green, it's a pit. Let me see if it tells. Oh yeah, because if I look right here, the icon right there, will that switch? No, of course it won't switch. What if I mouse over it? If I select it, still doesn't say. I'm going to pretend the green highlight tells me. And if not, oh well. Alright, we'll wait for that one to get done. Oh, this one's done. Alright, so we'll make that one a pit. Accept. And that's the top. Alright. Oh, I'm actually supposed to be doing a garbage dump, not a pit. That's the problem. I want to be dumping stuff, not pinning stuff. We'll go delete those and swap them over to garbage dumps. And then once I get it all the way to lava, I'm going to start throwing a lot of stuff in there. So, like all the goblin crap that I don't care about, I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to throw possibly body parts in there. I'm going to toss maybe crappy ammo in there. If there's any caged things that I don't care about, I'll probably toss them in there. There's unhappy dwarves. No, I'm just kidding. The unhappy dwarves we just exile when we don't want to deal with them anymore. And the exile's not so bad because now that we have a barony, there's different sites out there. We have one extra site right now that's been founded, and so I can exile them to that site, and really I'm just sending them to one of my other... So they're still my people, they're just at a different site, and they're not making my people angry. Got lots of food, lots of drinks still. Of course, we've got a low pop. Let's, when this finishes saving, we're going to check the people again real quick. We got anything nasty out there? Got some... Echinda. I don't even know how to say that. Echinda, man? Where are you? Oh. We got one here. I don't know if they're going to be a problem or not. I don't see any fight going on, so we're gonna let it go. Alright, but I needed to fix this because I was putting the wrong type of thing here. Okay, so take this, delete that, make it a garbage dump. We tossed into open air spaces included in this zone. If there are no, they will dump the items on the floor. Okay, so there's an open air space right there. So now when I garbage dump, they'll toss in the open air space, which is right there. Garbage dump. Accept. Garbage dump. Accept. What the heck is that? Alright, garbage dump, right there, accept. Alright, how far down do we go. Oh, gotta have time passing for us to actually dig this. Alright. I don't need to name my garbage dumps. And I'm not going to bother dumping until we actually get grown attached to a silver warhammer. So these messages about that you've seen about grown attached to a silver warhammer, I wonder if we can actually see that in the new. So you used to be able to see how close they are to naming their people. Back to squads. Equipment. So, what is going on with this person? I gotta figure out what that means. So details here, silver warhammer. You used to be able to see how close they were to naming these things, or if they, maybe it's just that. Maybe I have to look at the dwarves themselves. But you used to be able to go through the military. Let me see if I go through here. Hammer dwarf. Items on here. Silver warhammer. Master roll. Coated with Crundle blood. So not that guy. Who's that? Melib. But after they grow attached to it, then they start a process of naming it as well. Silver warhammer. And you used to be able to see how far along that process was. Spatter with Crundle blood. Not him either. And I don't know if that still exists or not. So, items. No. Let's see, another hammer dwarf. You. Legendary observer. Great fighter. Silver warhammer. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look around for that too. It was pretty neat, but I assume that dwarves will still name their weapons eventually. But it just comes after they grow attached to it. Then they start naming as the next step, and it's just a mandating construction of certain goods. Let's go ahead and construct that. It's just a process of making the weapons just a little bit better. Querns 3, that's easy. And that's outside of your control, so don't worry about it too much. And it's kind of automatic, so the more that they use it, the closer it'll be to them actually naming it. And also, once they do that, they kind of don't want to get rid of them anymore. So just be aware of that, is that they like their name stuff. All right, so I think. Alright, mandated construction, birth to a puppy. Let's see if there's any dogs that are ready to be trained. Oh yeah, lots of dogs ready to be trained. I just train all my dogs to war dogs. Hunting dogs are good if you're making rangers, hunters out there to take care of wildlife. And I actually want to experiment with that the next time I start a new game in a heavy, like a wilds game. I had a lot of trouble this game, if you saw some of the other ones, with just a lot of wildlife attacking my dwarves. Now it's not such a big issue, although it will be once I start trying to clear the top level. I'm going to have to, I think, get some dwarves patrolling out there to guard my civilians. But there's just a lot of attacks by animals. And I think if I get some hunters early and I start building some crossbows and get some bolt production early, they might be able to kind of take care of all of that. At least that's my hope. We're gonna see. Oh, diplomacy. What do we got? Meets with an elf diplomat. Disrespected the trees. Come to expect from your stunting kind. Further abuse will not be tolerated. Let's be a warning to you. All right, a warning to me. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if you have been with me since Elven Trader showed up, but I pretty much just disrespect the elves constantly, and will continue to steal their goods if they bring trade caravans, and no, I'm not going to stop cutting down trees. In fact, I hear something like that, and I want to just go up to the surface and cut down all the trees. Quicker we start fighting the elves, the quicker they start bringing me stuff in the form of gear that I can throw into this pit right here, I suppose. I don't really care about any of their gear. Alright, let me make sure nothing's suspended. Sometimes these kind of tasks will suspend themselves with the digging, and I just want to make sure that they didn't do that. Okay, they didn't do that. I don't know what's going on. I still haven't found any flux, which is annoying. But I'm also not all the way down because I don't think this is the bottom of the map yet. But I'm going to have to find ways past this sea to get farther down, which is not a huge problem. It's just, it's a lot of magma right there. It's like I have a magma sea, I think kind of, because the elevation's only like minus 19 here. How far down can I go? Yeah, I can go way past this. So it's like I have a magma sea kind of in the middle of my map, which I don't usually see that. And the magma sea that's at the bottom of the map is usually like a solid magma sea across almost all of it. A stray, tame, giant fly. That's funny. Missing for a week. I don't remember telling my people to tame those things, but okay. Oh, I actually want to close this up too right here because stuff could get in through there. So I do not want anything coming in through there. Alright. Why are you not doing these? I don't remember designating a lot of other mining stuff. I mean, I guess I designated some, but all those seem to be done. And it's not paused. What's going on, miners? Let's go take a look. Alright, my miners are... I got the Axe Lord, a Militia Commander, a Sword Dwarf, a Miner, a Hammer Dwarf. I don't know. Actually, I don't need them to only mine. But if... Let's do an everybody does this? No. It won't let me do an everybody does this. That's weird. Okay. Bard is visiting. Some more stray dogs. Excellent. Alright, well, since they're taking their time, I'm going to go back over to my cavern where I'm building and see if I can make some more progress on these walls. Alright, we got this wall that needs to get done. That's good. Get another block. And this one needs to get done. Another block. Here. And here. Again, I'm also doing these slowly like this because I don't want to fill in something. If I do multiple at the same time, it won't actually finish. So I'm making sure I don't block myself. Alright, so those are all, this one's done, so that means I could put a ramp right here. Alright, what do I got for an alert? Elven Caravan has arrived. Alright, yeah. I know exactly what I'm going to do with you guys. Broker requested. So it looks like for this Elven Caravan, the diplomacy came well ahead of the actual cart, which is kind of funny. I don't need to bring anything here because I'm just going to seize all of their goods. And that's how I deal with elves. I'm going to cut down their trees, I'm going to seize their goods until they leave me alone. Human Bard. Got a lot of people sparring. That's good to see. That's getting those skills up quickly. So we got Axe Dwarves, Hammer Dwarves, some Wrestlers. I gave a uniform to all of my just civilians to be wrestlers. That way we get the wrestling skills up, because once they're in civilian mode, they're not going to be carrying around weapons. And so if they get into a fight, they need to be able to use their hands to defend themselves. So that's why I have that for the uniform for all of them. I am eventually going to make a spear dwarf squad. I want to kind of get to steel weapons and get the steel spears. I kind of need the magma. You have to burn through a lot of fuel to do steel production. You also need flux, and I haven't found flux yet, so that's another problem. But one problem at a time, I guess. All right, we'll wait for watch wrestling demonstration. Oh, I actually don't need anyone requested. I just need someone here. Once this trade button gets lit up, then I can actually do a trade. Claimed a carpenter's workshop, okay. Hopefully they find everything they need. Alright, trade button. What'd you bring me? Yak cow, a cardinal. Not very much. Actually, they just got a bunch of crap. Alright, we'll get the food here. We'll get these seeds. Crunches, splints, altars. I'm guessing this is for making instruments. We'll grab those. That looks like it might be useful. Since we were trying to get some instruments going. Arrows, scepters, figurines, boxes. Actually, we'll take the chests too, just because that saves us some wood. I don't care about wooden stuff. So this is kind of stuff that all show up as wooden armor and weapons, and they are just pitiful. That's why when they show up to fight, I don't care at all. We'll take the yak from you. Oh, these look like full instruments. We'll go ahead and take those. And we got some clay. I don't care about that. Alright, so we'll seize those. Alright. And we need no trader needed. Eventually, if I keep doing stuff like this, the elves will get angry enough to go to war with me. Well, potentially could get angry enough to go to war with me. And I don't care. Them's the breaks, elves. Each of the different races give different useful items to you. Arguably useful items to you. So that's one of the things you have to balance is do you actually want to piss off somebody that is bringing unique stuff to you that nobody else has. Alright, so I didn't need to go up another level. I just need to go up a level here. So these ones are actually all done, so I could stop constructing stuff over here because they were already at the top. And then these ones need to go up at least another one. So I need to keep doing them. Alright. Wall. Alright, that one, and then over here. Roadblocks. I don't really care which type of stone I'm using, I just need it to be stone. Alright, so now here's a problem, is I need this spot to be where the ramp is. But I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm hoping that they can just kind of walk up the ramp to here, then come to this spot and build the ramp and then run back down. We're gonna see if that works. I'm hoping it does. Alright, then over here, yeah, like this one, if I get one more wall up there, we're good. Alright, so I need a wall right there. And then have to put a ramp there, which means actually I'm gonna have to wait on that. Alright, and then this level. Alright, we got ramp. Alright, so I'm gonna have to put, I'm gonna have to put a wall here. And then this one. Yep, so I need walls. I need a ramp up to there. But I already got the ramp. Ramp. So I can already get up on top of this. Because that ramp comes up to here. So that means I can put a wall here. And then once I do that, that's the last wall needed there. And this one I've got ramp up. I put a wall here. And then that one is done. Alright, this one I've got a ramp up. I need a ramp right here. Oh, but that's not... Nope, I need to put a wall right here. Which means I'm going to have to back it out once I finish building that wall. And this one I think is the same thing. Oh no, this one's going to have to go multiple levels, so that's annoying. And I've already done that, so I need to back this out. So I have to get rid of this. Alright. This one needs a ramp. Right here. And then up on this level. Okay, so I need to put a ramp right here. Wait. Can I get up? There's a wall there. How do I get walls there? Alright, so walls here. Walls there. If the ramp comes up. Oh, do I not have... I don't even think I started the outer wall on this one yet. That's going to be a problem. Alright. Oh. Cancel. I need a wall, not a ramp. Okay, and a side block there. And a side block there. And then I can put a wall right across here. Alright, and this one, it's got a ways to go. That's annoying. Well, I guess not. So the other thing I could do with this is build floors to stop some of this. Oh, excellent, thank you. Alright, Crundle is fighting. Where's the Crundle fighting? How are you fighting? Where? Who are you fighting? Oh, Crundle fighting fire imps. Okay, I don't care about that. And then... Giant snail is fighting. Where's this giant snail? Lots of Crundles, horned owl, agitated giant snail. Oh, you're way over here. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not going to bother me either. Alright, do we dig this out yet? While I was doing the building? Still not. I don't know what they're all doing. Alright, we're going to come back to the laborers and toggle these back on. I told them to take a break, but not anymore. I'd like to get some more immigrants now that it's a little bit more peaceful here. Embarked on their journey, got a lot more. We'll see. Alright. goes up a level. Wait, does this go up a level? No. Just trying to make sure I don't have a pathway that I didn't know about, but I think we're good. Don't want dwarves getting out. Don't want other things getting in. I think for the most part, I'm good on the things getting out. Alright, so this one, if I build this wall right here. Oh, I can't get there. Yeah, because I gotta put a ramp right here. And then I can get up that level and start putting some walls on that level. And actually what I could do is kind of ignore this ramp direction, and I can actually put like a floor right there and there to get back over to this one. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I should be good to go on that whole area. I think. Put the walls there and put the walls. I don't even need the walls there, I just need these two walls. Alright, and then out here. Man. Alright, we got the ramp there, so now we can put a wall here. And that finishes that one. And now we need to put a couple of floors. Floor. If I put the floor like that. They added these all buttons, which is beautiful for constructions as well. Forgotten Beast has come. Okay, what do we got? Blob composed of water. Spiral shell. Utilates rhythmic. Beware its deadly spittle. I am not liking that at all. All of that sounds awful. Alright, but it actually, I don't think it can get to me. Because it's in the caverns. I may have gotten the walls high enough. I'm not sure. But a Forgotten Beast can come through the caverns just as well as it could come above. And those are actually pretty low caverns. So I've got some time before it even gets to me. But that's something I'm going to have to watch. Because my least safe spot is right here. And I don't know how quickly I'm going to have to get this all the way up. I don't know how well it climbs. But if this gets into my area, that is going to be no good. Alright. And these large Forgotten Beasts kind of path towards you. Oh, some migrants arrived. Excellent. So I think he's trying to get to me. I just don't know if he can actually achieve it, because this layer of the caverns is actually, I don't think connected except for through the deep pit. And I don't know if he could climb the deep pit or not. So he's going to come over here. He's going to come over here. I also don't know if he could just like smash down walls or not. If they like added something like that to these guys, but whew, that's gonna be fun if that guy can get in. We'll have to see how good my dwarf's done, and I don't have steel armor yet, so I'm not too happy about my chances with that guy if I have to fight him. The kind of the nastiest ones are the ones that either have some sort of aura that just kills dwarves, The second nastiest ones are the ones that can just web you, because they spit out these webs, and like no dwarves can do anything with the webs. So those kinds of... Alright, so I need to get up there. I need a ramp here. And I don't have a ramp there. Or I can bring... No, it's not very good. Alright, so I need to put another wall right here. That way I can get right there. No, it doesn't take me to his current spot. Alright, others, let's see where you are right now. The Forgotten Beast. Alright, where are you going, Forgotten Beast? He seems to be making his way somewhere. He seems to be very focused in wherever he's going. And the direction is towards where I breached some caverns, but I don't know what his plan is. Deadly Spittle. The Deadly Spittle's not as bad as like webs or something like that. It will do damage to dwarves, but it's not gonna just like with webs. You're just instantly immobilized, and then it goes to town and starts killing you. This guy's a little bit different. It'll do some damage. It might even like stick to you, but I think you can survive long enough to kill him off. If I have to fight this guy at all. Now I might want to, once I'm trained enough and I got some steel armor going, I might want to just kill him off anyways. But for right now, I do not want to mess with him. Alright, so if I put a wall here, then that spot is done. I've got a wall there, so that spot is done. And then I need to put walls here and here. Alright, so I'm going to finish that wall first, then do this wall, then do this wall, and I am, I think, done. I might put a wall right there, too. Petitions, what do you want? Entertaining? Sure, we'll take another entertainer. Let's see. Forgotten Beast is fighting some troglodytes. I wonder if that's just who he's hunting. Breathes a glob. It misses. Breathes a glob. Strikes it. So after it strikes it, it basically just sits there, and I think it just like does damage over time and just keeps damaging it. So these globs can really dish out a lot of damage, and it kind of just sticks to them, I think, and just keeps killing them, which is the problem. Okay, good. We got another tower cap. We need wood. All through this area, we need the wood. Oh, got some more right here. Cut those down. Alright, how's this looking? Need another one right there, another wall. And we need another wall right here. Alright, those need to keep going up farther. So we got rid of that, so we have to put another wall here. Got a ramp there, so now I need a wall right here. you done? No, I need to get a wall there, which means I need a ramp there, which means I get the wall there. I need a ramp right here. I might be able to just put a ramp there. Let's see. Entertaining, sure. Entertaining, sure. Got a lot of entertainers showing up. But I got some happiness going in the right direction, so that's good. Oh, let's check these walls out. Alright, so I've got walls all the way there. So I need to put a ramp right there. And I need to build some more walls over here. Put one there. And then these ones are done. And do I get a ramp? Upward slope. Okay, excellent. So I can start putting some more walls here. Another petition. Entertaining. How many of these guys have I gotten? I don't even know. We're having a mighty fine tavern up there. How's my digging going? Oh, looks like I dug out a lot more stuff. That's good. Petition. Entertaining. Alright, sure. Alright, so I'm all the way down to the bottom. You see how I got all kinds of stuff in here. Microcline, copper nuggets, dacite, gabbro, obsidian. I don't care about grabbing any of those. We are going to dig that out. And that'll go right into magma. And then once I do this, I'm actually going to restrict all this area so that the dwarves kind of leave it alone. Alright. I don't want anybody coming anywhere. And now that we have a hole going all the way to magma, I can start dumping. And dwarves will just take things to the nearest dump zone when they're dumping. Oh, I probably could be doing multiple levels at a time. Hold on. There we go. Right? Yeah, there we go. So I'll just cut down on the pathing and dump stuff. So designated item for dumping. It's dumped. Alright, I don't see anything really down here that I need to dump. Oh. The shoe. I don't even know if I can get to that. I'm going to go ahead and dump those. Alright, and let's go up levels. Let's see. No, I want everything here. Except for those socks. Just double check what's being called to dump. That's dump, that's dump. This is not, right? Nothing. Alright, so it is trying to dump all of that. So I'm going to stop dumping that. And then on this one, don't dump that. Do dump those. Okay. Alright, more stuff to dump. Basically, if I see stuff on the ground, I'm just going to dump it. That's not like ore and that kind of stuff. I do need to get like a cloth and leather industry going as well. That dwarves will start to become unhappy because they've got like bad clothing, and that might be some of what these things are on the ground. It's just poor clothing that they've ditched, and if I don't start replacing the clothing, dwarves will be unhappy with me. So that's something I need to work on. A crown. I don't know why that's there. I'll ignore it for now. The other thing is there's just a lot of bad stuff here. Alright, I'm done with the warhammers. I can melt those all down. Let's do a melt here. Oh, pigtail shoe. Yeah, we're gonna dump that. Alright, this is a whole bunch of stuff. So the reason that you want to dump stuff, if I haven't gone over before, is that the more items you have in the game, the more that the game slows down. So by dumping all this stuff, I'm actually going to speed up the game quite a bit. Oh, let me... Whoa, there's a lot of people fighting. Why are so many people fighting? Did what's his face get to me? Hold on. We got a bunch of bards and performers. Oh, we need the others. Not that screen, this screen. Oh, a necromancer. That could be the problem. Is there some undead? This necromancer could be creating undead and causing problems, but I don't see it. And I also don't see the alright. Necromancer. Can I kill you, necromancer? It's this one, right? Human farmer necromancer. I wonder if I can just kill that guy off, because I don't want a necromancer here. I don't know if this is going to work. I can. Alright, we're going to do it. This could cause some problems, but... no. I'm done. Done giving those guys. So I'm hoping that he doesn't have anything in range to actually raise up. Yeah, he's running for it. There we go. Get rid of those necromancers. I do not want a necromancer in my area. Alright, but I don't see the Forgotten Beast, which is not bad. But I don't know, maybe he'll show back up again. I don't know why people are fighting though. Let's see. Is it just giant wrens? Maybe. And it might be that I'm just obliterating these as well, because I do have a lot of training now on my guys, so they might be perfectly fine protecting themselves. Alright. So we're just dumping a lot of stuff. Hopefully the dwarves will get around to it. I don't know if I'm... Here's a dump. Alright. This level needs some stuff, I believe. Dump all that. I'm actually going to cancel this one, because I don't want him to get climbing in a tree. Dump that. Oh, dump that. Dump all those. Probably have some stuff up the top level here, because there was some fighting up in these woods. Yeah. Dump that stuff. And here. I probably want to dump all of this now as well, rather than just let it sit there. Alright. Lots of stuff for the dwarves to do. Attached to an iron shield. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Human farmer necromancer visiting. Yeah, I know. He's gone now. Everyone should be happy about that. It might make my dwarves sad that I killed a visitor like that, but it makes me happy, and I'm more important than my dwarves. So, there you go. There's some stuff in here. There's dump it. So the wood stuff here, I'm getting rid of that. The other stuff is pretty good. It looks like if it's a large amount of items, you have to just kind of select it one at a time. If it's a small number of items on the square, you can just tab through on the right and look at them. So learning these little differences on how stuff works is going to take some time. I don't know where that forgotten beast went. I wonder if he got killed. That'd be funny. Got lost to some troglodytes or something. You know what? I can actually check that. The dead and the missing. So if I scroll way down here, the necromancer died. Yeah, forgotten beast deceased. So what might have happened here is it was made out of water or something like that. So it might have been that some of these forgotten beasts, their structure is pretty weak. And like one hit kills them. So it might have been that the forgotten beast just took like a hit and died. Also, some forgotten beasts can actually kill themselves. So maybe like the forgotten beast spit on some troglodytes, and then as the troglodytes were fighting it, the troglodytes like rubbed some of the spit back on the guy, and then his own spit dissolved him or something like that. So that that kind of stuff can also happen. But that's just some of the fun with this game. Alright, so I'm going to construct a wall right here. This is getting close to being done. If I think I'm going to do 2 more here and here. That should block that section off, and then I just got to work on this section over here. And then obviously I'm working on these sections up here. So I can build, the ramp is there, so I do that. I think I can finally do that. And then that will be done all the way through. This one needs to get done. So I'm going to need a ramp there, which means I have to get rid of this ramp. Oh, no, this ramp needs to go away. Right, yep. And then I'm going to need to put a ramp there, which means I need a ramp here. And then we got the ramp there. Got the wall there, which means I need a ramp here, which means I need a wall here, so I have to get rid of this ramp. Alright, oh, here's a Crundle corpse. We'll go ahead and dump that. Dump. You. Go away. Petitions. Entertaining. No, I'm done entertaining my dwarves. They got lots of entertainment. Thank you, though. Alright. Down over here. How's this coming? Alright, so I've got a wall there, and it's going to have to keep coming higher. This wall, I just need to get that layer. So I just need this ramp right here. Ramp. Right there. As soon as I get that, I can put the walls across there, and yeah, walls across there, and then that's done. Right? I think so. Alright, I need to put a couple more here. And I can actually do the ramp now up to the next level. Right here. Alright, the other thing that I can do is start figuring out how I want to do the magma, which I'm probably going to do right, where to go? Right here in this area, because this would be a good spot, I think. So I'll dig out. Oh, but I'm going to get the dig out constantly of, oh, I'm sorry, there's warm and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to just like dig out layer after layer on this. That's okay. But I think I'm defending my people pretty good now. I think they're... Oh, I had some more guys come in. Let me add them to my squads. All right, so I don't need any there. I still don't know what that means. I'll have to figure that out. We need to assign some people here. You there, and you there. Back to squads. This one down. Again, I'm just trying to get them training so that they can defend themselves if they go out into the world. So this is just light training, and it's all wrestling training. So they'll wear armor if I get it. I've got a lot of armor that was queued up. Oops. Oh, this one needs a lot. And so they'll they will wear armor for the training, and then they will also wear armor if I just activate the squad. Although I don't really plan on activating the squad too much. Like if there's a kind of like a fortress ending adversary that shows up, then yes, I can activate every single person I have and just try to give it a shot. Why? But if that's not happening, then I don't need to activate them all. So what I'm going to be doing here, to create magma forges and magma smelters, you need them to be right over magma. So I'm going to be digging out this area. Oh, let me unpause it. And after I dig out just the area where I'm going to put the smelters, I also have to dig out just one little space down into the magma. What I'm not sure is that it used to be that you could... The troglodytes are fighting. Who are you fighting? I don't know who you're fighting. It used to be that there were places on these smelters that were kind of indestructible and impassable, and so you place those over the holes, and then nothing could get in. It seems that with these new ones, those holes don't exist, so I might be susceptible to magma creatures coming through my workshops now. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. And if I am susceptible to these guys coming through, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. That's a lot of stuff right there. An iron pick. I guess I could keep the iron pick. Did a dwarf just randomly die right there? I don't know. Chop down that and then die? Alright, let's see about this building. We need, I think, 2 more right here. Block there. And then on this level, you just need the ramp right there. I think we're ready to start doing the next level here. Alright, come back over here. So this level, they're done all the way down to this area. We got the ramp. Upward slope. Upward slope. So I can get up here so I can put walls across there now. And is that... No, not quite. Although, if I just put a floor right there, so if I build these walls and put a floor right there, I think that also just closes that area, so I don't have to go up another one. I could just put these walls. Oh no, because that will... Okay. We will... This is what we'll do. Wait, no, because those walls were done on this level. So this is just floor. But, yeah, so if I put 2 floors there, so after I put these in, I can just put a ramp up anywhere, and then 2 floors there, and that's done. Okay. These ones... I've got the ramp up, so I can start doing the next level of walls. And this needs one more wall here. Alright, and then this one, we've got ramp up. We got the walls there. Petition. Entertaining. No, I'm done with entertainers. Thank you. Alright, so I have to do another layer of wall right here. And in order to do that one, well, I can already do some of it. So construct wall. Alright. Alright, so those are done, so I gotta do one more ramp, and then 2 floors, and this one is done. Alright, so this one is... Oh, I gotta put one more right here. I wanted to do that. Because I don't know if that diagonal is going to allow something in or not. And then that's done through there. And then this, I don't have the ramp done yet. Resume construction. Alright, how am I doing on frames per second? Down to 19, 20. It's probably just because I have a lot of dump commands and stuff and pathing that they're trying to figure out for those dump commands. And once they get kind of caught up on that, it should be a little bit better, is all that is. Or I'm spiraling out of control. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to need a ramp there, which means I need a wall here. And then up here. So I've already got that. I'm going to put 2 more walls in here. And I can actually put the ramp here already, I think. Start working on the next level. Oh, nice. Getting closer on that one. Alright, let's see if that... Oh no, we already killed the Forgotten Beast. I was going to see if it got closer. This giant wren is fighting. Let's see how these giant wrens do these days. So it's getting a fight with the hunter punches the wren falls over, misses the peasant, having trouble. So this having trouble breathing, it's because they're being grabbed and, well, actually no. Upper body, it looks like that just got punched. But sometimes they have trouble breathing because the wrestlers will like grapple them and restrict their breathing and just kind of like squeeze them to death. So sometimes that happens. You see like the grabbing and... It broke the grip, though. Giant wren looks sick. Missing the militia captain a whole bunch. Just punching, and... Yeah, it looks like these wrens are getting their butts kicked these days. Yeah, so... Yeah, our peasants are doing a much better job on the surface now that they've got some military training. So that's good. I might not have to worry about them nearly as much anymore. And before, I mean, they were doing very poorly because they had no military training. And now that they've got even a little bit, they do way better, and you're seeing that. Okay, alert. What's my alert? Gem cutter has been found dead. Oh, that is not good. Where had I been found dead? Alright, hold on a sec. Was my gem cutter fighting? Gem cutter was fighting. Yeah. Giant lizard. Alright, so a giant lizard came and killed this guy. Let's see where that giant lizard is. Giant lizard. Troll. Alright. Did the giant lizard die? The giant lizard may have died after killing off that guy. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. So I lost a gem cutter, but overall I'm good. Alright. Yes, you're very sad, I know. Hopefully they'll bury him rather soon. What I don't know is on when it's both locked, so it won't claim it, and dump, if it will actually dump or not, or if I have to unlock it as well. I'm not actually positive on that. I think it'll be able to dump. I hope so anyways. I don't think I'm going to bother this time. But I think next time I play, I'm going to get a leather. Oh, I actually have the leather works here. I don't know how much leather I actually have, though. I should build a stockpile for leather right here. And that might help out with me knowing how much leather I have. I had built it just to make some quivers, but I'm going to have to build some clothing. We could do leather clothing or cloth clothing. I don't have a cloth industry. I don't have any sheep. I do have a lot of caverns, though, with cave spiders, so I might be able to weave some silk and get a silk industry going and do silk cloth. So I'm probably going to do that, and that will allow me to do some replacements. And I think you automatically start with some standard orders. I think we automatically collect webs. Good. So we automatically collect webs. So I will just have to use any cloth, automatically weave all threads. So I just have to build some stuff to get into the industry. It won't be that difficult, I don't think, since I got the cavern access and I've built some defenses. I think we'll be able to keep up with the cloth that way. You don't wear through clothes that quickly, so I might be able to manage it. We'll see. Oh, I think I need some more mine carts, actually. I don't know what we have for materials these days. So I've got a lot of silver bars, still some copper bars left. I wonder if I could do some silver mine carts. Let's find out. I don't need it for other stuff anymore. A silver mine cart. That'd be funny. Yeah, silver mine carts. Alright, we can. Let's go ahead and forge, I don't know, 20 of these things. That should be good for the rest of the game. Because I think I'm actually out of mine carts from what I remember last time. Alright, we'll do that, and it's going to be leather. Yep. And get rid of all the bins. Done. And then one more right here. Accept leather. Get rid of the bin. Done. We will go ahead and put the track stop in. Track stop going north. Right there. With the blocks. But we're going to go ahead and wait on the other stuff because I need the what are those called? Minecarts. Alright, so that's good there. How are we doing in frames per second? 20, 21. Alright. Let's take a look at this tavern, see how it's doing. Unnamed meeting hall. Alright, we got 9 instruments in there. Nice. No rented rooms. Still have a whole bunch of... We're so behind on hauling jobs. Let's go see how the digging out is going. Alright, we got some more digging to do. Alert. Hammer Dwarf found dead. That's not good. Hold on a sec. Deagle, the Hammer Dwarf. Were you fighting Deagle? I don't see Deagle, the Hammer Dwarf. Oh, Hammer Dwarf, Deagle fighting. Okay, what? Giant Mantis. Alright, Giant Mantis are probably, sounds like they're pretty deadly. Let's go see where these Giant Mantises are. Agitated Giant Mantis. Alright, there it is. Let's get our squad going. Squad, come kill Giant Mantis. Because he killed a Hammer Dwarf. Now, I don't know if he killed, like, one of these Hammer Dwarves. No. So he just killed somebody who had, like, some Hammer Dwarf skills. But they aren't very trained. He wasn't in my Hammer Dwarf squad. He just happened to be somebody with some Hammer Dwarf training. And so that's what happened there. But we'll take care of that guy. So he basically killed a peasant. But it sounded worse than it was because I do have some Hammer Dwarves. That Mantis is not going to survive our good military. Yeah, so that was... Now they're dead. Alright. Petition, what do you want? Entertaining, no. Thank you, though. A lot of stuff to dump there. They're still dropping stuff off too. So a lot of this stuff that's dumping are these mussel shells. And I wonder if there's a command for that. There probably is. Hold on a sec. Labor, standing orders. I think there's a save corpses. Save skulls. No, dump skulls. Dump bones. Dump shells. Dump hair and wool. Yeah. We'll save the corpses because it could be... I don't know if that counts as dwarf corpses or not. Ignore outdoor refuse. No, gather it. And gather it. Gather refuse. Ignore refuse. Gather refuse. Alright, but we're going to dump most of this stuff. Dump other objects. We'll dump the skins. It's just the corpses. Well, it's refuse. So we'll dump it, and all of it just gets dumped. So that should, rather than gathering it and putting it in the refuse pile, we just dump it. And that should be a lot more automatic stuff that we don't have to worry about again. And you know what I could just do as well, that way they stop doing it, is take this and delete that. That way they stop putting stuff here and they just go right to dumping it. There we go. That'll save some time and effort as well. I wish I could get the lava closer to that, but oh well. It is where it is. I don't want to dig another one. Alright. So I'm doing alright with my happiness. Oh, how's my, Alright, we got the smoothing down for most stuff now. Let's go ahead and smooth these guys out. And we're doing some engraving, which is good. That's up in their rooms. Oh, do we still have... Is the mayor still the mayor? The mayor's still the mayor. Oopbib doesn't have a tomb, though. Did I not swap over the mayor's tomb? Hold on a sec. Oh, yeah. Oopbib is the mayor. Where's the mayor? Mayor. Captain, militia. Mayor. No, he is... Hold on a sec. Oh, that's the barony. The baron doesn't have... Oh. Hold on. Did I not make this yet? You were supposed to be not enclosed. Coffin. Let me try again. Tomb. Coffin. Undo. Cancel. This is a obsidian. Yeah, we've got that. We've got a tomb. Oh, it's probably because it's the multi. That's what it is. Accept, and then give this to the Baroness. There we go. That's the problem. I had the multi-tool on. Okay, so she's got some stuff, but... we need a better... So we will get that for her, and that for him, and we'll put a door in here. Door, select material, yes. Let's see if we get a good door. Nothing really there, nothing really there, nothing really there. We can put that one. Bet you'd like that. Get our mayor. Sure. Let's go ahead and put that door in there. Why not? Got a place to use it now. How's my frames per second? Still 20. I need to really start dumping. Come on, dwarves, start dumping. There's just a lot of stuff that they got to catch up on. All this stone that's just sitting out like this. You know, these stone blocks, all those individual things that are like that are all causing the frames per second to drop. It's a lot of extra tasks that are on there for the dwarves. So it's extra work, and they will eventually do it. Now, do I have... Hold on a sec. Did I accidentally do something? Everybody does this. Everybody's hauling. So what's going on, guys? Miners. Oh, I don't have a lot of mining selected. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Maybe you can do some more work. Although I still need to mine. It's just... there's very little mining I have to do right now. So I want them to be able to do other tasks. Alright. And let's mine some more while I'm thinking about it. There we go. So again, with this, I'm just trying to clear out enough space that I can start putting shops down and that kind of stuff. And I plan on actually... I'm going to have the shops down here. On this level, I'm probably going to make some beds. I'm going to make a little dining hall for them, and then I'll probably burrow them in here just because it's so far away. I want them to have everything they need. I might do a little temple as well, just unspecified temple. So that's
that's some of what I'm going to do with that plan. And then I'm just going to have to make sure that their food stockpile that's going for that that dining hall just takes food from the other one. So that's how I'll work that as well. Downward slope. Alright, petition. Oh, no. Petition. Eradicated monsters. No, I don't need that anymore, but thank you. Alright, so I need to put walls here. Now, I actually need the walls. Where do I need the walls? So if I put a wall, yeah, let's do walls like that. Yeah. And we go up. So this will actually just block it off if I do that. Across there. So I don't need to go higher. But I will need to go higher here. Alright, and then here is done, right? Yep, they're done through there. This needs a ramp right here. And then I think that one's pretty much done as soon as I finish that ramp. And I need a ramp right here, I think, right? Yeah, ramp right here. And then that'll allow me to build that other ramp. Alright, so this ramp is done. I need to, that is a wall, so I can build one more wall here. And then I can start working on this layer, which I can already reach. But I'm just going to do these ones because I've got, that's not done yet. I'll do this one. So I'll do that for now. And that layer is still not ready to go. So I'm going to have to do one more layer. Yeah. Alright, and then coming over here. So I'm done. Okay, so I've got the ramp. I just got to put a floor right there, and then that is done. Like that. Alright, and that works because this is actually, it comes up into this, and I kind of closed it off. Because there's the wall there, so that one is good to go. This just, I have them in here, but they're another petition. No, I don't want that. What if I start getting, I need to also get a library going. So I might work on that next time too. There's kind of three things that really make your dwarves pretty happy. They are your temples, your tavern, and libraries are kind of like these. They generate just good thoughts that are, they're not required. Like, you never need to build any three of those, but they're really helpful for just keeping your dwarves happy. So it's helpful to build them. Vile Darker Force of Darkness has arrived. Excellent. I like fighting vile forces of darkness and slaughtering them. Oh yeah, and I've got all these things to dump. Okay. We're gonna wait on that. Alright, so we got a siege. Let's take our 2 good squads. Yep. Oh, that squad's not on duty right now. You know what? Let's see how the hammer dwarves do by themselves. They've been training for a while now. We're gonna give them a shot. Prove their worth. Alright. See how big this vile force of darkness is as well. Oh, they might be... Wish to parley. Do I approve of the request? So they want to parley. They want to talk to me to avert loss of life. The only loss of life that's going to happen is them, so I'm going to deny that. And now they're going to start coming towards me. Alright. You guys. Confirm. And let's see if I get some goblins that show up. Goblin thieves. I don't see any goblin thieves I'm running into. Let me check to see if I spotted them, but then they just passed me. So goblin thieves, invaders, nope, just them. All right, let's see how the hammer dwarves do. They will actually kill a little bit slower on these living things because they, rather than just chopping them up, they gotta beat them to death. So that takes a little bit more energy on this, or they survive a little bit longer because you could just go up and like cut someone's head off. See how we did? We did pretty good. I still gotta look up what that one symbol means. I'm not sure. All right, good job, guys. Everyone did well. Both squads are quite capable. But I think... How are we doing in frames per second? Oh, in the teens. Yeah, we really got to start dumping, guys. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to start dumping. Alright, how's... Let's put like a couple statues in here or something. Statue. Getting really good ones? No, the best one I got are these pluses, huh? Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. You, stop. Cancel. I'm just trying to get a little more value in here so that this gets a little more valuable to the Baroness, and she likes her tomb well enough. Alright, and... Alright, those are all smoothed out. We're still working on engraving. Yes, the captain of the guard already likes 2 of his stuff. He just needs a little bit better on the study. Right here. Oh, and if we engrave that, that'll probably be enough for him. So let's... no, it's fine. We're going to leave that for now. Petitions. No, we don't need that. Thank you. Oh, this. Let's block some of this off. Oh, there's a lot of hematite through here, though. We can't block that off yet. Low, normal. And we actually, looking through here, there's some gems. We might actually want to take some of those gems as well. Unfortunately. Alright, auto. Yeah, we'll mine out those gems. That'll give us some more money to trade with. Alright. Yeah, we already closed that off. Walls are getting close. Get any more trees ready to go? I don't see any. These ones were cut down, so that's a little bit more, a few more logs, which is good to go. Giant Wolverine is fighting. Looks like the giant Wolverine did not make it. It's too bad. I'm really sad about that. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there for the night, though. We'll continue to work on the magma next time. Had our first forgotten beast kill. We'll call it our first forgotten beast kill. Somebody else killed it for us, but, you know, it showed up to our fortress and it died. That's all I know. So we'll call that a win. I'll just go ahead and designate this before I start so that I... Well, no. That's why. Stop that. Stop that. There we go. Alright. And we'll save it there. Yep, just paused. Alright, thanks for showing up. We'll see you next time.